I am rmbulbasaurlover. And that's the new professor there. And now we're just meeting him with all of our friends that seem to never be away from us. So yeah, this is the new July footage for Pokemon X and Y, and of course I'm here as rmbulbasaurlover to talk about it. Now, there was a handful of, the generic 5 Koro new Pokemon, and then like a couple new gym leaders, a new professor, the new enemies, and a bunch of new features, and I'm actually going to talk about the features. And this is the new enemy. He is a grunt. And here's the legendary Pokemon. Xerneas and Yveltal. Coming worldwide, October 12th, 2013. So yeah, Xerneas here is a Fairy-type Pokemon. It has the ability Fairy Aura, which increases the power of all Fairy-type moves, including opponents. This Pokemon is exclusive to Pokemon X. And it knows the move Geomancy, which is a Fairy-type move that's exclusive to Xerneas. Oh yeah, Fairy-type. Who's choosing X still? Here is Yveltal, it's a Dark Flying type. It knows the ability Dark Aura, which increases the power of all Dark-type moves, including your opponent's Dark-type moves. And it knows the move Oblivion Wing, which is a Dark-type move. Yeah, that's still cool. It's the first time it's not a Dragon type since Ruby and Sapphire. The main Pokemon's not a Dragon type. This is Pangoro, the evolved form of Pancham. From the description of the Pokemon website, it's a cantankerous Pokemon, but it has strong heart and doesn't forgive those who pick on the weak. How nice of it. It's a dark fighting type. And that's pretty much all important about it. It has a new method of evolution, which they won't say yet. Next, we have this little squid thing, which is not a water type. It is a dark psychic type, which I don't know if there's any others like that. It is Inkay. Inkay has transmitters above its eyes, have the ability to drain the will to fight from other Pokemon. It uses this skill to run and hide when attacked by stronger enemies. It knows the move Topsy-Turvy, which reverses stat changes. So like if you take a bunch of moves that lower attack, you can use Topsy-Turvy and then they'd be raising the attack. Next, it evolves into the Pokemon Malamar. Malamar wields some of the strongest hypnotic powers of any Pokemon. It can make its opponent bend to its will, which I'm not sure what that means. Maybe it means like it can bend to its will. Sorry about the pen. I should throw that to a wall. But which I actually did. I don't know if you heard it. It can know hypnosis, and it's a dark psychic type too. Next, we have another exclusive Pokemon to X. It is Swirlix. Swirlix loves sweets and eats nothing else, making its body as sweet and sticky as cotton candy. It has a new ability, which is Sweet Veil, which in double and triple battles prevents your teammates from falling asleep. I don't know if it affects yourself in single battles too, but I'm thinking it's only double and triple battles. You know, it's a move Draining Kiss, which is a Fairy type, Absorb type move. And here we have a perfume Pokemon, Spritzy. Spritzy emits a unique fragrance from its body, and anyone who smells it falls under a spell. And he also knows Draining Kiss, but it doesn't have a new ability. Like, what's up with that? Oh, and it's exclusive to Y, I should say that. Now we get to talk about the characters! So, after having the female Professor Juniper, we go back to the male professors with Professor Sycamore here. Which I was thinking they'd go female and call it Professor Aspen. Sycamore here is a unique... he won't be giving you your star Pokemon, judging by the fact that he's in Lumio City instead of your hometown. So I'm thinking he'll have a messenger to give you your star Pokemon. Maybe that's what Trevor is, and that's why I gave you the Pokemon. No, that makes no sense. But he's also unique where he occasionally battles you throughout your journey, which no professor has ever done before. And he has good feelings about us, which is weird, but... Yeah, he resides in Lumio City, and you can see a poster there describing surviving Snivy. Next, we have a new gym leader named Clement, which you can't. I don't know. I think he's an electric type. I think he's in the Lumiose City's tower because Lumiose is based off of the French word for light, lumiere, and Paris is the city of lights, which is Lumiose City's based off of, so electric would make sense. And his gym's like a cyberspace, and when he says she's right about that, he means that she, his sister right there next to him, who's like shorter than him, and he's already shorter than you, but this looks like that cyberspace area from the first trailer. This is the battle animation. I think this is the animation for battles with gym leaders now, not the versus Viola thing. Or maybe that's also that. Maybe this is like versus Clement, and then it goes to this. But I think that in the background is his badge, which it really looks electric, and he likes his robotic arms there, so I'm thinking he's an electric type. But they haven't announced it. I guess that's why I should be saying I'm guessing. And this is a new gym leader. It is Grant. Okay, he is a skilled rock climber. So he has a carabiner around his neck, and he looks like he's like hanging from a rock. And his whole gym is, according to this website I looked at, or maybe it's Japanese or something, is about mountain climbing. So maybe the type he's in is rock. Who knows? And then there's that other picture here with the you are challenged by Leader Grant, which that's probably the badge in the background, but I think he's rock because of all the rock climbing and that badge. It kind of looks like a Rocky Mountain, but I live near the Rocky Mountains in Colorado. I can see them out my west window. But yeah. And now we have the evil team, which is Team Flare. They're based off of fire. If you can't tell by the name, so they're primarily going to be using fire Pokemon, it seems. And their main goal is to get money. How unique. I mean, seriously, that's not that unique. And here we see the male grunt and the female grunt dressing nice suits. And here we have the 3D model of him in some sort of mining cave, which makes sense. Like emeralds everywhere, it makes sense to have some sort of money in there. We can restore fossils, we can make some good money. And it seems you'll still be double battling some grunts together with partners, because right now there's 2 of them in front of you and Serena or Callum. And then he's like, you are challenged by Team Flare Grunt and Team Flare Grunt. And you can see the 2 Pokeballs in the corner. So that's all I have for Team Flare for now. They're very pale and very red. So now we get to talk about new features, and the coolest of the new features, in my opinion, is the picture spots. Sure, there's been pictures before in a Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and I don't remember if they were in the original Gold and Silver. But see, you can see right there above the text box next to that guy who's like, alright, I'll take a great photo. It's some kind of black box, which is probably the picture spot. In front of a really nice castle. It's pretty. But, and then I'm sure on the bottom screen, this is what it's going to look like, the focus and the zoom and the take the picture and adjusting everything. And so you'll also have your focusing, which you can focus yourself up front and blur the background, or you can blur yourself and put the background. And you get to aim by tilting the camera, or tilting the 3DS. And I read somewhere that you'll be able to strike poses, like this one here. And I mentioned the zoom before, and this next picture will show off that zoom with a final product of the picture with Serena there, all zoomed in close and just staring at the camera, which I really like this. And now we're going to talk about the player search system here, which is going to be your bottom screen thing. Now, the battle and the trade is kind of like with your friends and stuff, I'm pretty sure. And, like, you know what Pokemon you're going to be trading for and stuff. I'm pretty sure that's kind of like the C-Gear battle trade functions. Next, and the middle left there, is a battle spot. Which, a battle spot, let's see, is similar to the random matchup feature, I think it's called, from White Chew, Black Chew, where you battle someone through the world over internet, which is cool. I've never really used it because of my team. It got banned. And then the thing on the right is a wonder trade, which I really like the idea of this. You send a Pokemon out to be traded, and then you randomly get a different Pokemon from anywhere in the world, so you don't know what you're doing. Like, for example, I'll send out my Flabébé, and I might get a Pikachu. Who knows? Next up, on the bottom left, is a shout-out feature. Oh, those pictures before, I'm pretty sure you can share them on like Facebook and Twitter too. But the shout-out feature here, you type in a message, which this person says help me for some reason. It's from the website. I don't know what it means by help me. And it's transferred, and then all your passerby, your friends, and your acquaintances can see this. I like the little hats, like the people have a Panguro hats. I really like this customization thing. Looks like you'll be able to change your clothes too because of the different colors of clothes, but I'm really gonna like this. Next, on the bottom right, we have a Holocaster, which is similar to your match call from Emerald or your cross transceiver from from Black and White, and it's cool because it's like a video chat, more like a cross transceiver because it's like a video chat, but it's holographic. And this is you're talking to Professor Sycamore. That's fantastic. Looks like you're journey, and it's like a phone. But top right there's the GTS, so you carry the GTS with you, which is pretty cool. And so the GTS acts like it did in other games with the trading, where I want a Lapras of any gender, and then I search, and then I find this person who's offered a Lapras level 15 female who wants a Pikachu, which is any gender and any level. And hey, I have a Pikachu of any gender and any level, and I send it off, and voila, I get Lapras. And Game Sync is with the new Pokemon Global Link, which I never really use. I don't even know. I know you get like special stuff from it, but I never really used Dream World, I think is what it was. And then you have O powers, which I think are like past powers, which I never really use, where you get to use these powers, like raises the attack stat of the league Pokemon a little during a battle, and I think those bubbles on the bottom, you only have a limited amount of those in a certain amount of time. So when I use on myself, I get a 3, or I can choose like my friend, like my niece Robin, for one thing, and I give it to them, or I can use it on myself, which is cool. So you get to share these powers with people. And so the last 3 things here. Favorites list, I think that's just the list of all those people you usually see with the PSS, because there's the 3 lines there. Your profile, I think, just kind of change what you look like on PSS or something. PSS settings probably just changes the design, similar to the Pokegear settings or the... yeah. Now here's a picture of the bag when they were talking about evolution. So you can see you have your normal items, your Megasing, your TMs, your berries, and your key items. And it seems, I'm pretty sure that your Pokemon will be in the same part as your bag, because when you choose a Thunderstone, it goes to your separate Pokemon page, but here it's right there, which I think it would be cool, because then you have your bag options on the right, and you'll be able to interact with your Pokemon on the left automatically. Maybe you just push X once, and this is what pops up, or something. Now, I want to do this. This is cool. I created this picture with all of these, and I'm going to say the classification of all these different Pokemon. So, under grass, we have Chespin, the spiny nut Pokemon, and we have Go-Go, the mount Pokemon, which, believe me, I mount that Pokemon. Under fire, we have Fennekin, the fox Pokemon, In water, we have Froakie, the Bubble Frog Pokemon, and Clauncher, the Water Gun Pokemon, and Clauncher is exclusive to X. And then we have Skrelp, the Water Poison Pokemon, which is a Mock Kelp Pokemon, which is exclusive to Y. A Fire normal Pokemon is Litleo, which is the Lion Club Pokemon. Then we have the normal electric type Helioptile, which is a generator Pokemon. Then we have the normal flying type Fletchling, which is a tiny Robin Pokemon. And we also have their Talonflame, the fire flying type, which is a scorching Pokemon. Then we have Noivern, which is a dragon flying, which is a sound wave Pokemon. Under Bug, we have Scatterbug, which is a Scatterjust Pokemon, and Spewpa, which is a Scatterjust Pokemon. Then we have the Villain, which is a bug flying scale Pokemon. Under Fighting, we have Pancham, which is a playful Pokemon, and Pangaro, which is a dark fighting type, is a destruction Pokemon. And the Ghost Steel in the corner there is Honedge, the sword Pokemon, and Yveltal is, Pangaro is a daunting Pokemon, and Yveltal is a destruction Pokemon, and Inkay is a revolving Pokemon, and Malamar is a overturning Pokemon, and there's no Grass Rock or Ice or Ground Rock or Ice Pokemon introduced. Now we have the Fairy types, which we have Flabebe, the single bloom Pokemon, Sylveon, the intertwining Pokemon, whatever that means, Spritzy, the perfume Pokemon, and Swirlix, the cotton candy Pokemon, and we have Xerneas, the life Pokemon. I love that. We have the life Pokemon Xerneas and the destruction Pokemon Yveltal. So, I'm excited for this game. X and Y. Few weeks from tomorrow. So, see you then. Bye.